So now we're getting into the Battle Royale games. This is a pretty short and sweet, but have you played most of these?
Some of them, yes, but I will say for stuff like Warzone, Apex, not really a big fan of it because, again, I didn't really grow up with first-person shooters.
Yeah.
And sometimes the fast-paced stuff is cool, but when you also see how ridiculous people can be with their builds, especially in Warzone, where it's like you need A, B, C, D, and G, and you have like people deleters. Like, that's it.
People just want to make you uninstall tryhards, sweaty people.
Sweaty people.
Sweats. They're sweating so hard they slip right out of their gamer chair. Well, first one, we got Warzone. I guess I got the reins for this. I mean, have you seen like gameplay of it?
Yes,
okay.
yes. I would say for the most part, for those how successful it is, and again for where it started off, especially with being in 2020 and how people just like instantly jumped on this. And if you're probably on Twitch or any other streaming service, you'll probably see this as one of the like main games to watch up there.
For sure, yeah.
So as I would say, I might put this at a high B, low A, but that's just me as coming from one who has never played the game.
I like Warzone in A personally. From my experience playing, like it was tough. It's fast, it's fun, but the sweaty people kind of ruin it, which is what keeps it out of S for me. And also, they kind of broke it as far as like buffing and nerfing weapons and your HP and such. But you know, pretty solid. I have a feeling Warzone 2.0 I'm gonna like more. Can't wait to play that.
It definitely looks super cool. I will say that as one who doesn't play Warzone, I will say I'm pretty happy for y'all who get 2.0 because it looks really good.
It is free, may I add.
That is true.
Will be free to play. They're also getting rid of the loadout drops, which was another thing I did not like about Warzone, because I feel like the whole point of a battle royale is looting, and if you can get a loadout drop with your guns that you customize, it kind of defeats the point.
And including the one skin where it was just basically all black. I apologize. That was my laptop going off. But it was basically the one skin of an all black operator, all black armor being. And you could just hide in plain sight and then just go, surprise. And you're done.
Pop out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Up next, we got Apex Legends. Man, I wish I was good at this game so bad. I've tried so many times. I'm just not good at the game. I don't know if it's the pacing or what, but I'm trying so hard to be good, and I can't.
I think it would say I think it would be the pacing. Again, this is coming from somebody who has not played it, but also I haven't really cared to watch a whole lot of it. In the best way that I can describe it, as one of my friends who did play it, it is fun with friends, but once you go solo, nope.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Definitely, I'd agree. Fun with friends. Also, I just like the legends or the heroes aspect of it, kind of like Overwatch, where like you have these heroes who have their specific designated powers. They have certain pros, certain cons. You have passive abilities. I do really love that aspect of it. I am going to put it in A right with Warzone just because it has some things I like. It has some things I don't. I'll keep it an A.
Okay.
Blackout, though, might be controversial. I'm putting it in S tier.
Oh, there it goes.
I loved Blackout so much, and gosh, I wish they'd bring it back. Maybe I'll even see if I can go back and play it. Blackout was so good. And I kind of touched on it earlier, so I guess that's all I have to say about it. Fortnite, as controversial as it is, I still think it's fun. My girlfriend and I play it all the time. Very fun to play and just have friends together, get on. It's free. And yeah.
So, fun story for y'all concerning me and Fortnite. I really did not like this one at the start.
At the start?
At the start, yeah. I didn't play it at the beginning, but I saw when YouTubers and a lot of YouTube gaming got onto this at the start. That's where I kind of fell off and stopped watching those gaming YouTubers.
Yeah.
As well as this was the age where I was starting to play my own games. And I wanted to play my own games. And I just felt like it just wasn't fun. And I just wasn't super interested in the building or even just the third person shooter combat. Like I just wasn't a fan of it. But then literally out of nowhere, one of my friends contacted me. It was about end of 2020, around 2021-ish. It was actually 2021 now that I remember. He contacted me and said, hey, let's play some Fortnite. And I'm like, I don't really feel like it. And he's like, they got Rick and Morty in there. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And they're like, come on, just play with us. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll play with you. The first ever game I play of Fortnite, I win in
Nice.
a trios match.
Nice.
And then we went back to back again with 2 more wins.
Dang.
In trios,
Nice,
which was
dude.
insane. Because again, I never played before, but I was like, you know what? I'll just try it. And then I eventually that night, my younger brother got his first ever solo win in the game. And then later and then the next morning, I got up and played it, and I got my first win.
As a solo win?
Yeah, as a solo win. Nice. So I will say, and I joined around chapter 2, season 7, when they started bringing in all the aliens in, and they had the alien UFOs, they had the weapons, they had all this. I got the battle pass. I did not complete it though. Yeah. But I will say that's where I kind of fell in love with Fortnite, because not only, you know, a lot, if you didn't have sweats in the lobbies who could like build an entire motel within 3 seconds flat,
build a 5-star hotel in 2 seconds,
then you could have some fun with it. And I did have fun with it. And then even playing in creative for a bit was also fun, because then you got to mess around in there and see what the other games were like. And again, it was a good time waster for the time being. So then when season 7 ended, and then, you know, they introduced The Rock in Fortnite, that's when I said, you know what, it's time. So, and then chapter 3 started, and that's where I've just been going hard at Fortnite ever since.
First couple seasons of Fortnite, man, some of the best, most fun gaming I've ever had. Like seasons, I don't know, 1 through the whole first chapter was solid, but like the first 5, some of the most fun I've ever had, just playing endlessly all through the night with friends, like grinding, playing duos, trios, squads. Just, I remember, I think it was 2018 when it first got popular, and oh my gosh, man, just so much fun. And getting a win was the biggest deal in the world. I remember Snapchat stories were riddled.
Oh my gosh,
riddled with posting your wins.
Just like victory royale.
And that was like, that was half the thing of playing, is like, oh, gotta post it on my Snapchat. People gotta know that I'm good, that I gotta win. And that feeling of your first couple wins, your heart is pounding. It is the most sensational feeling. And those were just some of the most fun times I had. Everyone was playing it. You'd ask anyone, like, hey, you want to play duos? Hey, you want to join our squad? They'd be down to play. Everybody played. I stopped playing for like a while when things were getting crazy and they were adding in all this stuff and all the themes in the season. And so what I'm don't like about it is they're making it too complicated. They're adding way too much with this story element and with the theme stuff. Like right now, there's like, are you playing it at all right now?
Yes, I am. Yep.
With the Chrome stuff.
If I could make a comment on that, I actually really like the stuff with recently what they did with the IO, and they were taking it down. They took down the Imagine Order. And for those who don't know the lore of Fortnite, they're probably going to be so lost, but it's still cool, because if I may say, I'll take a quick side track here, but like the lore of Fortnite actually just ties in with how they're able to basically do all these collaborations with collaborations with Marvel, DC, several different movie franchises, and video games as well.
The way that they have just made a brand for themselves, and everything is Fortnite. Oh my, you can get a Fortnite skin Halloween costume. And
going back into it, so when the 7 defeated the Imagine Order, and then they came out with the Vibin season, I thought it was fine, and it was fun because it was a summer season. But then you also had to transition into school, and I was a little worried I wouldn't complete it, which I eventually did complete the season, albeit I was very not upset, but I was also kind of I was kind of frustrated with some of the lackluster skins in that season. Like the only ones I kind of liked was Snap, Darth Vader, and a few other ones. I told myself, if I get all the Snap pieces, all the like his customization options, I will play him in the next season. And then this season that came around, Paradise, this one was pretty upsetting because starting off,
is that the one with The Rock, or is that farther back?
That's farther back. Okay. This one is with Spider-Gwen.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean the current season? Okay.
The current season.
Yeah,
This one, I'm going to start off Bites. I do not like this character at all. I think his skin is ugly.
Yeah.
And I also hate how his pickaxe is only for him.
Yeah.
Now, this hasn't been the only time that we've had an exclusive only
Pickaxe,
item
yeah.
for characters. Like, for example, Superman's cape and how his trail is only for him because he flies down. But the thing is, with this pickaxe only being for him and the customization options for the pickaxe for him, that's the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's a very poor character to advance the plot. Let's see the other skins. Paradigm. It's okay. She's okay.
Yeah.
I like how they kind of brought in Brie Larson, but at the same time, it's just not as like the regular Paradigm skin. And I'll say I fell in love with the 7 when The Rock was introduced. So I thought they looked super cool. They've got a cool like brand of like warriors, but they also look like they're from Tron with their visors.
That was pretty cool.
It just looks so cool to me. But again, Paradigm, she's okay. It's whatever. The other skins, I don't like the bear one. His name's Grizz. It just kind of looks weird.
Yeah, that one's weird.
The anime skin, not a fan of the anime skins along with like Rick and Morty skins because they stick out like, well, it's like the anime skins, the official anime skins from like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah,
they stick out like a sore thumb.
They do, and they make you like more visible and like you will probably get shot quicker and sooner.
And then there's even like a whole like there's a select like pack of anime skins that I really dislike because anytime I see somebody wearing them, they usually end up killing me, and that's super frustrating because then I'm like, you spent money for that skin and it just doesn't even look good. I'm sorry, but their original anime skins do not look good. So we have that. So those skins, and then even like I'm trying to think of the other skins like Meow Skulls. Which is just Meowskull's little sister. She's okay, but it's every gamer's goth girlfriend dream, which is like, chill out there, bro. Yeah. And it just, I will say it wasn't even, I didn't feel like even purchasing the battle pass. I eventually did because I was like, you know what? I'll throw in a little bit, but it's also because I hit level 100 recently. Nice. So I did that. I got Spider-Gwen. I might even go for some of the super styles, but that's because I like one of them on Paradigm. So, but for the most part, I'm not a fan of those. Even the built-in emotes for some characters, I'm not a big fan of. But like at the same time, when it's like you can't move past this page because the built-in emote is the required thing, is the required reward you need to get past. Also, this has been like the 3rd or 4th season in a row where we've had a Marvel character as the level 100 reward. This has been a huge thing. Like, yes, I love Marvel and all, but for now, come on, Fortnite, we need
give us something else.
We need to move past this. We need to move past it. And again, honestly, if it weren't for Spider-Gwen, and for me reaching level 100, I would have never bought the battle pass this season.
I do like the Spider-Gwen skin. Man, I cannot speak to that.
If I will say, the only battle pass that I wish I had completed was the one back, I think it was before chapter 3 started with all the cubes on the island, and Carnage was the level 100 skin.
I remember that. They had a Venom skin too.
Yes, they they made the new Venom skin because they had a regular Venom skin, but then this one was with Eddie Brock and Venom. So sadly, I didn't get that one, and I felt like I kind of wasted my money because I got like the first or 2 skins ish. I didn't even get the silly unicorn guy that likes cereal. And like in his song, he sings about loving cereal, and then he's like screaming in anguish. Oh my goodness. So, which is insane. But anywho, I think the battle passes have been good, but they can be better. This what we got right now in this current season, which is like chapter 3, season 4. It's not that good. Thankfully, the end of the season's coming up in December 2nd, which will date this, but that's okay. And I'm just hoping for something better. But to say coming back to the fold of it, with where Fortnite is at now, like you said, Luke, they've made a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Their franchise and who they are is so huge.
Yes.
And another thing I wanted to touch on really quick, zero build mode. I play
Oh my gosh, yeah,
exclusively.
that's pretty much all I play.
That's exclusively what I play, because I'm like, I cannot do build mode.
I can't keep up with it, and I hate how like your gun skills sometimes don't matter because somebody is going to build a hotel in front of you.
Exactly. So you can just have fun with it, and you can just shoot enemies until you're hiding in a bush in 5th place, and then somebody comes up behind you and just SMGs you, and you're just like, ugh. But I also mentioned this before, but I really like the creative maps they also have now. I think a lot of them are super fun.
Yeah.
They're
Desert Warzone was probably, or Desert Zone Wars. That was my favorite one.
I love a lot of the death runs. I think the death runs are fun because then I can get levels and I can put on a podcast and just listen to that while I get levels. So for me, if I were to say anything, I think to wrap this up for Fortnite, this was a long discussion on Fortnite, but that's okay.
It needed it.
I think Fortnite, I would love to put it in S tier as in terms of a franchise, but I think it's going to have to be A tier.
I think also A tier,
Because I think for the most part, as well as how it's had its weird turbulent history, it's still come out on top, but I really don't want it to get bogged down by the battle pass. I think it's okay. The lore, for the most part, I'm kind of waiting and seeing where they're at, and I kind of wish they're going into this weird sidetrack with the nothing. And like, ooh, the nothing is coming to eat the island. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, what happened to Geno? What happened to the Imagine Order and actually taking all of that down?
Yeah.
But when you have these battle pass characters that say they were the last one from the academy or whatever, I'm like, what? Explain who this character is, unless it's a funny pink unicorn. But for the most part, we're going to keep Fortnite in the A tier.
Yeah. My favorite season was during the pandemic. Like my girlfriend and I weren't allowed to see each other, so because social distancing. So our way of hanging out and spending time together was playing Fortnite. So we played hours of Fortnite, and it was the season with all the like spy characters with the golden dude Midas, and Deadpool, the one Deadpool was in. That was probably my favorite season.
See, that's what I wish I could have gone back and played those seasons, because again, like Deadpool, you can't get him anymore. Any of the Marvel characters, where they
the Marvel season was really
the
good
Marvel
too.
season, like you can't get those characters, and it just stinks.
I have the Spider-Man, not No Way Home. The what's his suit? What's the Far From Home? Far From Home. I have that skin with the red and the black. That's like the skin I've been using. But yeah, Fortnite A tier. I mean, a lot of people love to hate it. Go actually play it and not just like hear about it. Yeah, people are gonna F tier. It's so bad. And not to mention like the golden era when it was first coming out. Like
you so just can't ignore that. Like, and as much as you have the kids who yell, "We like Fortnite, we like Fortnite," you still have to admire how it's made a name for itself.
And their creativity. Like it's excellent. Minecraft Hunger Games is the next one. Dude, this is the original Battle Royale. I hope you're on the same page. This is S tier for me. I loved Minecraft Hunger Games. I'd play with friends online. We played duos and whatever. And it was so much fun. I just loved every second of it. And even before it was on like the online mini game servers, you would get together with your friends on like the 360 and like make one yourself. And it was cool that you could make your own. You can make your own game on your own map and own rules, and it was so much fun.
There's no doubt about it, and there's no arguing here. Minecraft Hunger Games, S tier.
S tier. PUBG. A lot of people don't like this one, and I get why. It's because of the engine they built it on. It is a bad engine, but man, I have so much fun playing this game. My cousin and I went like a month or two straight playing nothing but PUBG every night or every other night, as much as we could, and it was so much fun. And I think, yes, it has a terrible game engine. It runs really slow. It has frame rate drops. It's buggy. It's glitchy, but I really appreciate the realism, and I love all the weapons, and I like it. I think it's a solid B. If it weren't for the engine, it would be an A tier with most of the other ones.
I'll have to agree with that one.
And it was like the original Some say H1Z1 might have been the first, but I think PUBG was pretty much the first battle royale of its era. And then H1Z1, I have not played, but everyone has told me it was really good. Probably A or B for that, but I haven't played it, so I can't really.
See, the thing is, when I first heard of H1Z1 and when I saw it played, it was basically a zombie survival game.
Yeah.
Akin to like DayZ.
Yeah. That's
the crazy thing is when I heard it went battle royale, I just felt like it was trying to cash off of PUBG.
Yeah.
And I really don't have anything else to say about it than just that. But I loved like the weird, funny stuff that came out of it when it was originally that survival game.
I'm going to put it right in B with PUBG just because I don't know enough about it. And I think that's a spot where if I put it and people have strong opinions about it, they won't be that upset.
I would have argued C, but that's just me personally. I feel like it's kind of done a weird fall from grace, but that's just me.
You know what? I'll do it. C tier.
Okay.
I'll throw it right in there.
I know we don't have this one here, but I know like Free Fire, that's a huge one that you see all the time. That's on, like I remember one time seeing the Game Awards, like the Game Awards show a couple years back where they mentioned that the Battle Royale had its like own, like, but its own section of the Game Awards. No, it was actually a YouTube rewind.
Yeah.
That they mentioned it was in gaming, and Free Fire was like number 3.
Yeah.
And I said, what is this?
Yeah, what is that?
What is this?
Exactly.
But it's because mostly it's mostly prevalent in a lot of Spanish speaking countries.
Okay.
So in a lot of Southern American countries. So I believe, but I also just don't want to be a generalist as well.
Okay.
But
there's also one on here called Realm Royale. Never played,
never played it. So
we'll just leave that one as is. And that'll be it for the Battle Royale section. Our last but not least, we got our mobile games. This one will be a lightning round. We will do our best to keep it lightning. I think because they're not super mainstream or super big games, our opinions are not we don't need to really expound that much on all of them. I may need your help on some of these as I can't identify all of them by the cover.
Yeah.
I think, is this Blue and Star Defense for the first one?
I don't remember which one that is. But
I played it on cool math games all the time in elementary and middle school, and it was a really fun game, and I could spend an hour on there easily.
I would say A easily.
I like
Goat Simulator, no question about it. It's funny, it's ridiculous. S tier.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and they released a console version for it as well. What is the name of this one? I cannot remember.
I'm not sure. I had more of like something to go on, but basically it's where you play as a little bird, you hold down on the screen and you slide down hills, but then you can launch right off of them.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Flappy Bird, but yeah.
I'm gonna look that up really quick right now.
I can always cut this part out.
Tiny Wings.
I do remember playing this one, and it was pretty fun, but I feel like it was, I don't know, it was kind of lacking. Like it just kind of.
Yeah, maybe B, C. I had fun with it in a minute, but like I probably might put it with C because again, like I didn't play it that much, but. Yeah.
Okay. I like C for that one. I can't remember the name of this one.
Flow is a fun
puzzle game.
Really fun puzzle game.
Use your brain. You'll rat your brain. Yeah.
I think maybe like I would say like A.
I like A.
Probably put it a solid A. Angry Birds.
Dude.
S.
Yes.
You just the OG.
Oh my gosh.
You can't argue.
I just remember having my iPod, even our family iPad back in 2012, 2013. Oh man, just sitting on the iPad playing Angry Birds, going through them all. They had all kinds. They had themed ones like Star Wars. They even had an Angry Birds movie, which was pretty bad, by the way. But yeah. Crashy Road.
Smashy Road.
Smashy Road. Okay. Yep. I had a decent amount of fun with it. It was okay. I think probably like B or C.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. B. I don't know this dirt bike one.
I
remember there was one game that was like a dirt bike one where you had to follow a trail and then.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That one was on Cool Math as well. This one I think was too. It's like a Stickman game. I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. We'll take a look here.
There's Moto XM. That was the one on Cool Math.
Oh, is that the one that I'm thinking? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I'll take stick bike, dirt bike game. Yeah. Stickman.
I believe this was one of the Stickman games. Stickman Downhill Motocross.
I think that's it. No. Huh.
I mean, I bet it's close enough to what it is.
Stickman Downhill? No, I think that's the same one. Yeah.
I'll just put it as
Stickman dirt bike?
2D side scroller dirt bike game.
I think, it could be. Yeah, so we'll put it like
they were okay.
It was okay.
I think C for that one.
It's kind of mass produced and people could easily get it out and churned out. So
I couldn't find this on the list. I wanted to touch on it real quick. Hill climb racing, S tier.
Yes,
S tier,
easy S tier.
I love how you could level everything up and like keep getting better. I'm not sure what this one is.
Not sure about that one.
Okay,
we'll skip that.
We'll skip that one.
Dumb ways to die.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Seventh grade is when I got that for the first time. Fun, not quite S tier, I don't think. But
I think it would be a solid A.
A tier, I like that. Ninja something.
This one, I remember you make bridges, and then if it was too short, you'd fall in. If it was too short or too long, you mess up.
Okay,
but I'll take a look at that. That one was kind of fun for a bit because it was made by Ketchup.
Yeah,
they made a ton of really fun games for a bit, but then that's when I think they started making the quantity over quality.
Yeah,
and it just really hurt them. So. I'll look it up. Catch app Ninja bridge game. Let's see, what is it? Nope, that's not it. That's just Catch app. Stick Hero? Question mark?
That could be it. Yep.
Stick Hero.
Stick Hero. I didn't really play this one, so this one's on you.
I would say I would probably give Stick Hero C. Again, like it was good with the Catch app, but it just really didn't. I feel like it didn't catch on here and there, as well as like maybe like the Daddy Longlegs games or like those ones were really fun. Slither.io.
Oh yeah, this one was good. I preferred Agario, but Slither.io was a lot of fun too.
Probably, I would say B, maybe peak into A, but maybe a solid B. Because I feel like
I like B. I think I like B for that.
I feel like it would do a lot better. Like Slither.io was definitely a lot better on PC.
Yeah,
and I remember how crazy my some of my friends in high school would go with Slither to the point where they had to like basically get rid of it and they had to block the site. So
it got crazy.
If I'm not mistaken, this is Bejeweled. Yeah,
Bejeweled is like the original Candy Crush.
Yep.
Like before Candy Crush.
So I would say maybe like an A. Just because of.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't even know if Candy Crush is on here.
Yeah,
later.
Candy Crush is
here.
there.
We'll do that one right now, actually. Yeah. I mean, all your middle-aged moms gotta love it.
Yep. Facebook moms gotta represent.
I think probably just right up there in the same spot, A tier.
Yeah.
Bejeweled. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this one is
Beat the Boss Whack the Boss. I'll take a look into it. It's like Beat the Boss.
I thought it was Kick the Buddy, but that's a whole nother.
I think it might be here. It might not be, but I know what you're talking about.
That's Beat the Boss. Yeah. It's the same like thing, like Kick the Buddy. These were kind of silly, goofy. It was pretty fun.
I would say maybe B.
Maybe B. I'd even B. I like that. Stacker.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's what it was, but
this
one was challenging. I'm not gonna lie. This one was really tough.
People built robots so that it would like perfectly do it.
Oh my gosh. Maybe a B, maybe C. Not sure.
I like C for this one because it just is what it is. There's not much to it. Cookie Clicker, the biggest time waster game of all, but it was fun.
And I would say
I wasted my time.
The originator of idle games these days. You see all these idle games that are out there on the mobile store. Yeah. I would say it's like already an easy A.
Yeah,
I would.
It's a time waster, but it was fun, and it's hard to admit. Is this? That's not Plants vs Zombies.
No, that is not.
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know.
I definitely didn't play it.
Yeah,
I know that.
I did not. So,
Timberman, I didn't play that either.
Cut the Rope.
Cut the Rope. That was a good one, and it's wholesome and it's challenging. It's one of those like basic puzzle challenge games. It's fun. I think A tier for this.
A tier, easy.
I like to Cut the Rope a lot.
Don't know that one.
I can't remember the name, but I know of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah,
I'm looking up the next one.
I never played it, so.
Dragon Veil.
There's a lot of very similar games in this realm. Like there's Dragon City, Dragon Veil.
Yeah,
everybody
Dragon City is the biggest one though.
Yeah. It was okay.
I would say maybe C.
Yeah.
I wasn't that much into simulation at the time with Dragon Veil because I was occupied by a different game, which will come up in a bit.
Okay.
Geometry Dash.
Oh, the biggest rage game of all time. It made me so angry, dude. I had to put my phone down and walk away sometimes. This was bad.
I would
it was
say
a good game.
B or A. Like maybe B, but also
I like B, just because the frustration almost made it not fun because of how difficult it got. Like it was almost too difficult at sometimes. Crossy Road. It's like modern day Frogger.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Probably B, maybe C, high C, maybe.
Yeah, I like higher C. It's like a game you'd have on your phone for a week and you're like, okay, I'm done, and then delete it.
Yeah.
Clash of Clans.
Ugh.
Oh, big. It's a grind game.
It is.
Whenever you're into it, you're really into it. If you're not, you're not. I mean, it's fun, but it's also like you have to put so much time into it for it to be worth it. So I don't know, maybe A or B.
I would say A, because I feel like you said it best, where it's like, yeah, when you're into it, you're into it. But that's the thing, is that you're always in that phase.
You gotta be.
I feel like
you gotta be committed to play it. You can't just like kind of do it.
Yeah, because right now I've been out of like that. I've been out of the Clash of Clans phase, because I got up for a bit, but then it was like they had the like weird builder village, and I really disliked that because it took so freaking long.
Oh yeah,
but and it was just, I couldn't stand that. So, but they're still going strong. So props to them.
Is this Terraria?
I think that is. Yeah, Terraria. Yeah. I'll take a peek.
The mobile version. I never played it, but I've always heard it was good.
I heard it's fantastic though. Like it's like one of those games that's just so like,
it's just the mobile version of it.
Yes. Not Moby, mobile.
Mobile.
Let's take a peek. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. Right. So
I'll because I know enough about it and I know people who love the game, I'm going to put it in A tier just because it's the mobile version of the game.
And fun fact, if you load up Terraria, they do kind of like the simulated messages and stuff like Minecraft does. And there's the one where it says, you should play Minecraft.
And then Minecraft says you should play Terraria. Yeah. My Singing Monsters.
It was weird.
It was very weird. And it was annoying. Like they get stuck in your head all day. And even the commercials did it. I barely played it because it annoyed me so quickly. I think this is C or D.
I would say maybe D.
D. Okay.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird because then there's like a chance here or there it comes back in the meme culture. Like there's a weird one where it's like when you hear the earthquake, it's really weird.
Boom boom.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this is.
Not sure what that one is.
We'll skip that. Trivia Crack. That's a fun one. I like how you could play it with friends and such. It was pretty solid. I think probably like a B.
I would say a B. Yeah.
Asphalt series, specifically 8, but the Asphalt series, car racing game. I mean, it was okay.
That was maybe C. Maybe
I think
B.
C is fair.
Okay.
Akinator, which I didn't know was an app. I just thought it was a website, but
it still is. Yeah.
It's cool.
It is cool.
I like to challenge him to see if he can not guess it.
I actually managed to beat him a couple nights back.
Nice.
I used the main character of Deathloop, Cole Vaughn, and he couldn't guess it. So
nice.
That was super cool.
Gotta get him.
Probably B, or maybe a solid 8. But again, it's kind of just a one-trick thing where it's I
don't think I'd ever have it installed on my phone. I'd probably just go on the website, do something I thought of randomly, and then go back to my life. So probably B. Unless you had something else to add.
No, I really don't.
Jetpack Joyride. It was one of the first, this is right there with Angry Birds and Doodle Jump, like some of the first, and Subway Surfers. It's like some of the original few that started it all. Jetpack Joyride was pretty good. I think it was like a B tier.
I would actually say A tier.
A tier?
I feel like, again, there's so much replayability with it. And again, it's kind of like trying to think of which game what we mentioned before, where it's like, hey, I'm trying to, it was like Hill Climb Racing, where you can upgrade your stuff and get ready and like go farther than you tried.
And you
before.
have challenges that you have to complete, get this number of coins,
or
pass
even
the light this many times, get this many high fives.
Yeah, I was about to say the high fives were like the coolest.
So. That was always my favorite one as well. Pokemon Go.
Ooh.
Man, this was big. And it was like, I remember when it came out, it was everything.
It was so much.
I kind of want S tier for this. I don't know what you were thinking, but
I feel like it could be S tier, but I also believe like when that craze came out, there was the news that were like, stop trespassing. And that's where people were like, yeah. But I feel like it's still going strong. I feel like it's still going to the point where it's like, yeah, we're still good, but I would say A, but
I do like that argument.
Yeah.
It is up there. It's really good. And just, it's cool that you have to, it's a very unique game and that you use your real life environment to move around in the game. Like how many games do that? Integrated real or augmented reality.
Augmented reality. They've been doing a lot more of those games now. Like they have ones from like Jurassic World, Harry Potter.
They even have a Five Nights at Freddy's one
that I believe recently shut down. So which is sad, but that's okay.
Or scary, maybe.
Or scary.
Minecraft Pocket Edition.
Easy S tier.
Thank you. Okay.
Easy S tier.
Yeah. Especially now that it's no longer Bedrock Minecraft and that you can play on online servers, you can play on Realm servers, which means if you were playing on a Realm at home, you could be on the go and have like, I'm going to play my Realm from my pocket out at this restaurant or at school. And you can connect your controller to your phone. And it's like you're playing on a laptop or your console.
Big props to Pocket Edition Minecraft.
Yeah. So they don't get the love they deserve.
And now the next one.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Seuss. Okay. You're probably not going to agree. I think it's S tier. Like playing with friends, especially in a Discord call. Like I'm talking about playing with friends, playing randomly with people online. No, that's dumb. But like, especially when it first came out, playing with friends until the wee hours in the morning, especially makes it way better when you play it in a party chat because like you get to hear people's voices and like go, are you lying?
Are you sus?
Sus. I think Among Us, when it was in its peak and playing with friends, is S tier for me.
I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna shoulder a lot of my hatred for it aside because I will recognize game where it's got game. Yeah. Because this, even though when I played it originally back in 2018, because again, people forget it was released in 2018, but because of 2020, it blew up. And the thing is, it blew up and it effectively, some people say it killed Fall Guys, which I will say Fall Guys is still kind of going on, but that's
it had a recent resurgence.
But I will say, I think I'd have to agree with that because again, Among Us, it's been there and it's been going so strong to the point where it's like there hasn't been really anything that has rivaled it so far. And I will say as much as like, this is where most of my hatred comes from it, but basically of how it's like infected our daily lives to the point where people were like seeing trash cans.
Oh yeah. That look like it. Or the champion logo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I will say, you know what, to give it what it's worth, we'll put it in S tier. Yeah. Also, a fun game that we even played that we made up was like a mode called Alien, where basically you limited the visibility of the imposter way down. Cool. And then you limited to way down, like at the lowest you can do. But you also limited the crewmates down to like 2 ticks.
Oh, I like that. So it's almost like you're playing in the dark.
Yeah, and you basically had to run around and avoid the imposter, but you also kind of told who it was, like said, hey, I'm the imposter, but you're like the alien trying to look for these people and kill them. Yeah. And you didn't report bodies. You would just go around and kill until, or unless you reported, unless you felt like, the guy was getting close to you. But then you would pass the vote and see if like the crewmates could win. It was crewmates get all the tasks done, or if it was imposter, you just kill them all. Yeah. So moving on to the next game.
Where's My Water? It's on the same level as Cut the Rope for me. I think straight up in A tier.
A tier.
Like good puzzle game. This one with the knight, I don't really know.
Not sure.
Don't know what it is. I'll throw that down here.
I'm going to look that one. That's Brawlhalla, I believe.
Oh, wait. Brawlhalla. I know them more as a console game or a PC game.
Yeah, it's on the App Store. Yeah. Weirdly enough.
Oh, Brawlhalla. Yeah.
I have not played this one. What would you, if you were to say...
Friends told me it was really good. I'll throw it. So as a console game, friends have told me it's really good. But as a mobile game, I'm assuming the mobile version is not as good. So I'm gonna throw it in B.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that's.
I'll
do A.
I really don't have anything about that.
I don't know what this is as well.
Not sure.
I'll throw that. I don't know what this is.
That one I think is called Line IO. I remember
it's kind of like BQ. Oh no, I know you're talking.
It's like it's kind of like it's kind of like Slither, but instead of like growing your tail, you like make shapes with this little square, and then you would like grow your little area. But the thing is,
I have seen that. Yeah,
I think it's like Block IO or like
I've played
Line
it before.
IO.
It was pretty fun.
But I know for a fact that like you could take it offline and you would still have people playing against you, but it's because it was AI. It really wasn't anything. So I would say, yeah, it's fun for a bit, but it was kind of And I remember it was also riddled with ads.
Oh yeah, hate those games. C tier, yeah.
Yeah.
Doodle Jump.
Doodle Jump.
I think it was the first mobile game I ever played on my cousin's iPod Touch, and it was good. I still go back and play it not frequently, like very rarely. But I think it's like a solid A or B.
A tier. I would say solid A tier.
Fruit Ninja. Oh, S tier.
Easy S tier.
Fun fact: for a period of time, I was third place in the world at arcade. I think it was arcade mode, Fruit Ninja, whatever the 60-second one is, and it has the pomegranate at the end. I found like the way to get good is you get the combos. You have to get a certain amount of ones in a row, and you'll get these frenzies where it gives you X amount of points every time you get a combo, and that was like how you got it. And I was at one point third place in the world, and I don't know where it would be now, but it was like in the thousands of points.
Dang.
Yeah. But the number one was like 20,000 somehow, and I had like 1,000 or something. So I don't know how that works, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's a pretty high score. I should look up what the biggest one is. Oh my gosh, it was cool.
Don't know this one.
Don't know this one.
And I don't know the
don't
next
know that one.
But we
Clash
do know this one.
Clash Royale. This game would make me mad and competitive, man. Very competitive game. I like it better than Clash of Clans because I feel like you don't have to grind as much. Like, I don't know, maybe, but it was fun to play, and I like how you can constantly attack and you don't have to worry about building a village like in Clash of Clans.
It was just you and the other player going at it.
I think it's pretty good, but there's people get really sweaty try hard with this. So I'm thinking probably B.
B, yeah, I was about to say B then.
I like B. Is this like a Pictionary kind of game?
I want to say that's like Scribblenauts, but there's also another one.
Oh yeah, so
I'll take a peek, but we could put that at the end, but we'll go on to the next one.
Brawl Stars. Pretty solid. I think it's also made by Supercell, maybe. But
yes.
From what I played, it was a lot of fun. It was good. I think it's probably like an A tier game.
Alrighty, next one. Don't know. Adventure Capitalist.
Haven't played it at all.
So this one is basically in the same vein of Cookie Clicker, where essentially,
I have to.
Where it's like, you're gonna make lemonade and you make money from it, and then you automate that to the point where you can just simply put the phone down, and then you can like make billions. Now again, it's a bit of a grind here and there because, again, you get to a definite point where you're like, okay, I can't make anymore. So then I have to prestige starting all over again, but you have a bigger bonus. And there's, again, a lot of idle games playing the same, vein of it. But I feel like Adventure Capitalist is one of the biggest ones out there. And weirdly enough, I even saw it on console.
Really?
So, it was really weird. But, yeah. It's still kind of going strong even to this day. So I would say, if not A tier, then a solid B tier.
Okay. I like A tier since we have Cookie Clicker in A tier as well. This next one I'm also not sure of.
Not sure of either.
Okay.
So
what about this one?
Not sure of that one either.
Temple Run. That was a lot of fun. Another OG. Also Temple Run and Temple Run 2. I liked 2 a little bit better.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're pretty good. I want to say probably like an A tier game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. If we had Temple Run 2, I would throw that up in S tier.
Oh yeah. The second one was better for sure. Boom Beach. I never really played it.
Yeah, another Supercell one. Yeah. I really also didn't play it that much.
It was kind of like the least picked one. It was like everybody would rather play Clash.
Yeah, maybe C, maybe D.
I'll put C.
Okay.
Like C. This one I don't
know. I feel like that one we've played before, like the one with the robber and the dog. I just do not remember.
I don't know the name. Heyday. I never played it. Was that a Facebook game for a while?
Actually, no. It's still a mobile game with Supercell.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And I still play a little bit now after getting back into it. And I remember this is when I weirdly kind of started liking these kind of grind games where it was like, you take a few minutes, wait for your plant crops to grow, and then you harvest them, and then you make money from them. So I actually kind of like this, and I'm surprised it's still been a big mainstay, and I've loved it still. I would be okay with putting an A, but at the same time, maybe a solid B.
I'll let you totally take this one because I've never played it.
I'll throw it up in A because, again, I feel like it's been solid. They've added on to it, and I really haven't heard much of any complaints about it. So,
yeah.
Now on to Subway Surfers.
Subway Surfers.
Easy S tier.
Yeah.
Easy S tier.
The memes are good.
They're so good.
It's good.
This one is actually Scribblenauts Remix.
Scribblenauts? I like Scribblenauts. It was, you could get creative with the game, and it was fun. It was cool, original. And I think it was a DS game too. I like Scribblenauts. I think it's an A tier, solid.
A tier, solid A tier.
This one is this Prisoner?
The Escapist.
The Escapist.
Oh,
was this another console game as well?
This is also a console game, but it was also for mobile. And basically, yeah, it's what it is in the title is that you are a prisoner and you have to break out of out of the cell and break out of prison. So then not only was a bit of like item management, but also you had to make sure that like none of the items were being found, and then you get thrown into isolation and blah, blah, blah. And then you could like, make deals with the other guys. And like, it could be like, hey, go steal something for me or go beat up this dude. So it was pretty interesting. And there's even folks who have like, see how like, cause again, like each time you escape, you unlock a new, bigger and better prison that like, hey, you can't break out of this. And even times you could be like, oh yeah, I'm solid. I'm good for I've got a police disguise. I can get out of here. But then you make one wrong move and you're done for that. Yeah. But so I would definitely say this is a solid A tier game. Cause again, even if you don't have it on console or if you don't have a console, definitely worth it to play through. Right. Plants vs. Zombies.
That's good. Another one that was on console too.
Another one. Yeah. And I would say this is an easy S tier.
Yeah,
again,
S tier.
Because again, it's so good. I love everything about the original. It's addicting. It is addicting because even then when you get through the campaign and you get through and you beat Zomboss at the end, you're treated to a fun little musical as well with a sunflower. It's so much fun. So
it's fun. Kick the Buddy.
Kick the Buddy.
I think it's just right in the same place with
Beat the
Boss B tier.
B tier. That's fair to say. Flappy Bird.
Rage-inducing game. Probably C tier.
C tier, I would say, because again, kind of like with Crossy Road, it was like, oh, it's fun for a bit, and then it's nah.
Well, and it's just what it is. It's just endless tapping through, bouncing. And that's all it is. Call of Duty Mobile, I mean, pretty solid for being a mobile game. I think probably like an A tier game.
I would say A tier. Yeah. There is a few other ones that we have here. We have Angry Birds Space. I remember Angry Birds Space. So I felt like this one was pretty fun, especially with like the bird power-ups and like introducing the new bird that froze stuff. Oh yeah. So I would say I'd probably throw it up in A tier, but again, it was just because you could have packed into a whole game into like Angry Birds 1. Yeah. You could have packed it in there, but that's just me. We also have Star Wars Angry Birds.
I like that one a lot. I think I liked it better than Space. I don't know if it was as good as the original, maybe, but what are you thinking?
I'm not sure. I might say A, but that's just me. I really haven't played Star Wars Angry Birds. I remember Space, though, was a lot of fun.
I would like to put it in front of Space, but or just right on the same level with it.
Let's do the same level with it.
I like that. I think that about covers it.
Bad Piggies. That's the one.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. And it was, you had to like create like a vehicle to get through the obstacle course or whatever.
Yep.
And that one was challenging and really made you think and use your brain. I like that as A tier.
I like that as A tier. And just about everything. I mean, we have, it looks like a couple of Bloons games, but I really don't know like if these are like the free to plays, but they also have microtransactions.
For me, all the Bloons games were the same. Like I'd probably put all the Bloons games in one category.
Yeah, I would argue that too. But yeah, that's basically all we've got for this tier list, and that just about ends with all our tier lists.
That'll wrap that up. Whew, maybe I'll do this as a part 1, part 2. There was so much good conversation there.
There was a lot of great conversation.
Yeah. And we had good stuff to elaborate on. So, yeah. Well, that wraps up today's tier list. Remember, these are just our own opinions, so don't get too upset. Thanks again, Colton, for being on the show. Had a lot of fun doing this, and we seem to have good knowledge on video games.
Heck yeah. Thanks again for inviting me, Luke. This has been an absolute blast, and I love talking about any sort of games. Doesn't matter. Again, like I've mentioned before, I'm a PlayStation guy, but I also love the broad range of stuff from games, all like the PC games, Xbox, mobile games, anything like that. I love to discuss about that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate having you on the show and your wide range of games that I didn't get to reach on. Like, your expertise made this episode great because you knew a lot of stuff that I did not. So, yeah.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah. Thanks again for tuning in to Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and we'll see you next week.